So the anthem is done as we are just getting ready here.
Last night, Mitch Miles facing 48 shots, stopping 41 of them. He's going to have to play just as good again, as the Jayhawks have 10 skaters once again this afternoon. He's all over the place in the net, and he is definitely one of the reasons the Jayhawks had success last night, especially on the penalty kill. He was by far their best penalty killer, and again, that momentum that he brings in the energy is going to have to translate up the ice if they want to have a chance in this game too against Nebraska.
As we're starting to get lined up here, it looks like it'll be Steven Ciovelis going against Hiller, and then right away he wins the faceoff over to Jack Gerber, who will then button hook around. He passes it over to Pearson. Gerber unable to catch the pass as Hiller tries to drop it back, but Steven Ciovelis able to get it out of the zone. And it looks like Hansen gets tripped down there along with the linesman, but Gerber's going to start flying in the zone with speed. Shots blocked up front, held in the zone by Hansen. Hansen tries to throw it on net, but it's intercepted there by Hiller. Hiller now moving on the left wing. He'll backhand it into the zone. Miles will leave it for Dusso as it's then wrapped around over to Gerber. Gerber unable to get it out of the zone as Jacob Miller, number 19, the defenseman for the Huskers, holds it in the zone. And then Pearson's able to get that D-zone breakout. And that was one of Coach McConnell's keys to the game when I was talking to him down by the locker rooms. Now breaking it out is Bergman. Bergman, he's going to cut to the middle before going around the net. He'll try to bank it over to the point, but PK tries to get it out of the zone. It's held in. It'll go to Dahl. Dahl try to pass it up front, but it goes back to PK, who finds Fontanetta as he then will get it across to Adler. Adler chipping it into the zone as Fontanetta goes in to chase after it. The Huskers able to send it out. Now Williams, bank pass over to Max PK. PK backhands it into the zone, and he'll skate off to the bench to trade places with Ciovelis. Now Fontanetta pokes it away as Stephen Dahl then takes it. He'll dump it into the zone. Miles wanted to go out and play it, but it was just a little too quick for him. Now Williams gets shrugged off the puck as he dumps it in. Stanchfield now in goal today for the Huskers. We'll get the breakout going, and a nice hit there along the boards by Aiden Pearson as he's able to get the puck up to Gerber. Now Gerber spinning around, he gets hit as the Huskers will send it out. As physicality is starting to ramp up a little early here.
It was a theme yesterday's game too, Gabe. The game started physical and played the whole 60 minutes physical. Looks like it's going to be the same way today.
Now Pearson tries to backhand it into the zone, but it's taken away by Hill. Now Hill in the clear takes a shot, and it looks like it hit a piece of Miles. As Dusso now sends it around to Aiden Pearson. Pearson then tries to do a little move to get it over to Dusso. Then Dusso finds Gerber streaking up the wing. He has Hansen crashing the net with him. Gerber tries to drop it back over to Hansen, and just breaking that play up was Hill.
Gerber has a lot of speed in his game, and that play right there showed he took advantage of the space and created a scoring opportunity right there, Gabe.
Gerber chopped the puck into the zone so the Jayhawks could get a change going, and a nice poke there by Fontanetta, able to stop the Huskers from getting the puck into the zone. Now Williams getting pressured along the corner. Adler trying to help him out there, but it looked like Treader was going in for the Huskers as they now control it. Brandt, a shot from the point, hit two men up front, and he scores.
Point man for the Huskers, Walter Brandt with the shot. Tipped off one of the Jayhawks, couldn't necessarily catch who, but it's going to be 1-0 Nebraska with 16:51 remaining in this game. Great possession by Nebraska, great puck movement, took the shot from the point, goalie screened. Going to have to bounce back, create some momentum for themselves, and tie this game up.
And answering is just one of the keys that Aiden Pearson had when I was talking to him yesterday, and the Jayhawks were able to do that. However, last weekend when Nebraska won both games, they scored first in both games, and one of Pearson's other keys was get the first goal. Now with it is number 18, that's Jacob McHale, as it's turned over up front. Hansen with a shot just going wide.
There it is, Gerber again creating another scoring opportunity.
As McHale dumps it into the zone, he'll go to chase after it. Going to that corner is Cole Walsh. As he took a high hit last night, it's good to see him back in the lineup, as it would not be good for the Jayhawks to be down to just single digits in regards to skaters. Now Walsh, a saucer pass over to Fontanetta, who's able to get it out of the zone as the Huskers dump it right back. Now Williams poked away by Dahl. Breaking that play up is Walsh. Walsh setting it up over to Fontanetta, who trying to find PK as he was unable to do so. Walsh able to fight through and get the puck out of the zone as he knocks down Hiller. As Williams with it now advances it up to PK as it's then shot on net. Looks like Miles sticked it to the side, pass up front to Dahl, but Fontanetta's there to intercept that. He tried to find Adler, who is just streaking down the middle, but there's Biankowski breaking that up as he dumps it in back behind the net. Dusso will start the breakout as he hands it over to Pearson. Pearson fumbles the puck. He's able to get control of it again. Now Aiden Pearson, he's able to fight off number 8. That's Bergman. As it's then chipped into the corner. Back on it is Miller. Miller tries to send it out. Dusso couldn't hold the line, so it'll go all the way back. Now Urban's with it. Now a shot from the point, blocked up front, holding the line there. It was Thomas. A shot through traffic held onto by Miles.
Miles had to save that off of a tip in front. Great save. Again, showing his reflexes. He played a great game, going all over the net. Doesn't seem to be any different today. And one thing I've noticed, this game, much like yesterday, starts a little choppy. As we get deeper into the first period, they're going to pick it up, play a more coherent game on both sides from both teams.
Now a shot from a weird angle goes right to the legs of Miles and held on for another stoppage. The score is still 1-0. Huskers in the lead. 14:30 left to go here in the opening frame. Now it's going to be Hansen getting the puck out of the zone. He's trying to find Gerber up the middle. Couldn't split the defense there as Eitzman was there to break it up. Now Eitzman across over to Thomas, who tried to find Eitzman with it again. Now Thomas will try and get a play going from the corner. Hansen with it, throws it over to Gerber. Now Gerber trying to find Dusso. Couldn't get anything going there as the Hawks have to get back on side. Now a headman up to Osborne as he's able to advance it into the zone, but Pearson will give a cross-ice pass over to Dusso, who then finds Adler. Adler getting it over to Hansen. Now Hansen tries a shot right to the glove of Stanchfield for a whistle.
Getting shots on net's going to be crucial in this game, Gabe. Jayhawks have been in their own end most of the first period, and just creating opportunities, getting stoppages in the offensive end for the Jayhawks is what's going to create scoring chances here.
And that's really one of the issues they had last night's game. Huskers really controlled and dominated that first period, and then throughout the rest of the game, the Jayhawks woke up and turned the tide as the Huskers are off sides there. 13:30 left to go here in period number 1.
And that puck control and that game momentum, it's a lot has to do with the skater amount. You can't really have full speed all the time with 10 skaters going at it back and forth between the lines. But they're playing really well still, as they did last night.
Now Cole Walsh on it, back behind his own net. He's getting pressure there by Osborne. Going in to help was number 2, Biankowski, I think. It's hard to read the numbers on these Nebraska jerseys from this angle. As it's dumped into the zone, PK is going to chase it, as it looks like that'll get a change going for the Hawks as Williams tipped it in. Now Miller on it. Give it a headman pass up over to Bierenstraw. Send it in the corner. Dusso just barely able to dodge a hit there from McHale as Pearson, a one-hand pass up to Hansen, who then tries to find Gerber, as it looks like they're playing a little bit of conservative defense, as Gerber really likes to cherry pick sometimes, and there were 2 defensemen right there ready for him. Now Hansen, a headman pass up to Gerber, just a little too high, as it looks like there's going to be a delayed penalty on Kansas. Not sure what for.
Couldn't catch it either, Gabe.
As we'll see what the ref tries to signal here. And it looks like Sea of Ellisville head off.
Jayhawk penalty kill last night was very strong. Again, their best penalty killer by far was goaltender Mitch Miles, who stopped 41 shots last night. He stopped a handful of saves. He's made a handful of saves today. And this power play for the Huskers is going to test him once again. And the Jayhawks are going to have to rally and clear pucks, chew the time, get back to even strength, create some scoring opportunities after that, Gabe.
So it looks like the call in Sea of Ellis was interference, as Brandt, right off the draw, will get a cross-ice pass. Will get it right back as he tries to go back door. But it looks like the defense was ready for that one. Now Datina with it. Over to Brandt. Brandt shooting from traffic as that one gets sent wide. Now Datina with it again. Over to Brandt. Brandt trying to pass it to the back door, but intercepting that one was Dusso. But quickly getting the puck back was Urbans. Now Hansen able to get it out. He's going to get a headman pass over to Gerber as he's in the clear. Gerber moving in, a shot just kicked away there by Stanchfield.
Gerber once again finding space and using it well.
As you see there, he's being really pesky on that penalty kill, not giving up, as he's now just guarding the point. And that's one of the struggles from last weekend, was just guarding the point, as they had quite a few goals from that area. As it's dumped all the way back, chasing it. I think that's Lutz. It's really hard to read the numbers that are on the sleeves.
They got black numbers with red outlines on a black jersey on the sleeves. It doesn't really help us broadcasters out too much, Gabe.
You're able to see them as soon as they skate by you, because the numbers on the back are red with a white trim.
Offside call here, Gabe. And real quick, I want to make mention of the discipline that this penalty kill has shown so far. Not a lot of chances. They took advantage of an offensive rush just recently. Looking good for the Hawks right now.
And discipline was another key to this weekend from McConnell. As I talked to him yesterday, just before the game. As you can see there, it looked like the Jayhawks got away with one, as Williams and Adler were just guarding Lutz as he was firing one from the point. Now Adler chasing after. It looked like he blocked a shot up front. Ooh, Williams trying to send it out, just hit his own teammate. Unintentional, clearly.
Adler seems to shake it off all right.
As Lutz is able to send it in, Miles will come out and play it. He has Hiller going after, chasing him. But right there to help Miles out was Cole Walsh. Walsh will spin around as he'll start out play from behind his own net. He gets it over to Fontanetta. Fontanetta didn't know what to do there as he loses control. But it'll end up going over to PK. PK able to get it out of the zone, but the Huskers get it right back. As it looks like Miles blew a tire in the crease. Not sure what happened there, but he was able to get up right away. Now Fontanetta able to get control. As he dumps it into the zone, that'll get a change going for the Jayhawks. As Rogers with it, he'll pass it around over to Biankowski. Biankowski will pitchfork it out of the zone. He'll get it over to Pearson. As Pearson skating back, not sure what to do. As he'll wait back behind Miles before trying to find Gerber, and it will go the length for an icing until the ref waves it off. Now a headman pass and a nice hit there by Pearson.
Looks like there's going to be a penalty on that play, Gabe, on Pearson.
Looked like it was a knee.
Calling it
rather, it'll be a trip. So another test for this penalty kill.
Pearson going to the box for 2 minutes. Pearson seems to be the Jayhawks defense workhorse. He's out there a lot. He's a big body. He facilitates play well and can move the puck up. He's a quarterback for the power play. All-around great team player. Definitely going to be a loss on the penalty kill here. But as I've said, the Jayhawks seem to be resilient when they're down a man this game so far.
And as the faceoffs run wide over to Gerber, as Hill will backhand it around, he gets it to Brandt at the point. Brandt across to Datina. Datina winds up, blocked up front, just going high. Now PK, he's able to get it around to Ciavellis. Ciavellis quickly pressured there as the Huskers get it back. Urban's trying to pass it up front. And a shot by Dahl just going high and wide. And it looked like it went out of play.
Point shots, just like you mentioned from last weekend, they seem to be taking a few at will, just trying to make a scoring chance as this Jayhawks penalty kill, is, as I've said before, very disciplined today, and Mitch Miles in net backstopping it very, very well.
So the faceoff will take place right in front of the Jayhawk bench as the Huskers win this one. Back over to Brandt, who then gets it over to Datina. As Brandt throws it into the corner, racing after is Hill. The Huskers still keeping control of it. The Jayhawks moving around a lot more, trying to get the puck taken away so they can just dump it. And a shot by Brandt from the point, missing the net. Ciavellis there to pressure Datina. Now Urbans try to get it over to the point, but it's taken away there by Ciavellis as he's able to dump it down. Stanchfield has a stick, so he'll play it back over to Urbans. As it's sent over to Datina. Datina curling around, going up closer to the net, fires a shot, kicked away there by Miles, and getting it away is Ciavellis. Ciavellis tries to send it out of the zone, and it looks like he gets tripped down there by Lutz. And a nice stick play there by Duso, able to get it away. Lutz at the point now, across over to Datina. Datina back to Lutz. Throws a shot, and it looked like there's going to be another penalty on Kansas.
No, it's going to be on Nebraska, looks like, number 84.
So Stephen Dahl will head off. It looked like it was going to be on Kansas as Stanchfield was ready to charge towards the bench.
4-on-4 even strength play for another 21 minutes. After that, a minute 39 power play for the Jayhawks. Faceoff's going to be in the Husker zone. If there's a time to get some momentum going, now would be great for the Jayhawks. Even strength, 4-on-4, more space to move around for them to create opportunities, especially with Gerber back on the ice again.
And it looks like we're going to have that Illinois core out there as Gerber, Adler, PK, all from the Chicago area, and then defenseman Cole Walsh from Joliet, Illinois. As Walsh banks it over to Adler, who tried a shot on net. Stanchfield playing it up and out of play.
Quick fact about Max PK. Max PK played high school hockey for BGHW as a defenseman and trying out for the Kansas Jayhawk team this year, transitioned to forward. He's a big-bodied player, very two-way style of play, and that big body play is something that I personally like to see in a player and has benefited him and the Jayhawks this season so far.
And then PK is one of those utility players, because I remember talking to him at tryouts saying, what position do you want to play? And he said, wherever they need me. And it looks like he's playing defense for the Jayhawks right now. As it looks like Pearson's ready to get out of the box as the stoppage happened just with 1 second left on that Husker, well, on not really a power play because they're 4-on-4 right now, but it'll be a Husker penalty kill in 1 second. So the Jayhawks will have a power play for about a minute and a half. There's Jack Gerber with the puck for the Jayhawks. So he's going to skate it up. Now Gerber, he's going to cut to the left. Before going back behind the net, he'll wrap around trying to pass it back up front. But it looked like it was broken up before it could get over to Hansen. Now Hansen with it in the corner, gets it taken away by Biankowski. Hansen starting to go to battle in the corner. Ciavellis charging in to help him out. But the Huskers able to get it out of the zone. About 6:15 left to go here in the first period. 1-0 still the score as the Huskers lead. About a minute left to go on the penalty handed out to Dahl. Now it'll be Aiden Pearson. He had one power play goal in last night's game as he'll get it across to Gerber, just fanning on the one-timer as he breaks a stick on the play. And it looked like he couldn't find his stick, so Fontanetta hands it right over to him. Ciavellis tripping up there, but he was able to advance it into the zone at least. As it's dumped down, it'll be over to Duso. Duso now. Off the boards, he'll get it over to Pearson. Now Pearson across to Adler. Adler drops it back over to Aiden Pearson. Aiden Pearson tried a backhand pass, couldn't find Duso, but Hansen's there to help out and keep it in the zone. Now Adler from back behind the net. He finds Ciavellis in the corner to Aiden Pearson at the point. Now Duso. 5 seconds left to go here on the penalty. And a successful kill there by the Huskers. Now Hansen with it. Going in to help that battle was Adler. Now Ciavellis. Back to Adler in the corner. As he's starting to get pressure there by two Huskers that are able to take it away. Now over to Lutz. He sends it up to Datina. Now Datina finds that's Hill. And a nice hit there at open ice by Pearson. Duso able to dodge another hit before he gets pushed down. As Hiller will play it. Hiller spins around, trying to pass it over to Hill. And the Hawks will ice the puck with 4:24 left to go here in the first period.
Hawk power play couldn't find a chance there. Looked good, puck movement was there, couldn't find the back of the net. 4:24 in this period, lower scoring affair compared to yesterday where it was 6 goals in the first period. Both teams playing a more defensive, conservative style of play, likely due to the back-to-back that college hockey brings.
And really these Saturday games are a matter of just who can wake up first and who can take control.
Right you are, Gabe.
As Pearson will backhand pass it over to Hansen. Hansen trying to get a headman up to Adler as the Huskers dump it back the other way. Now it's going to be Duso spinning around. Couldn't find anyone, so he'll just backhand it to the corner when no one was there. A nice break up there by Pearson prevented a Husker winger from making it 2-0. Nice interception there by Gerber. He's in the clear. Gerber moving in, a backhand shot. Oh, kicked away there by Stanchfield. Unable to hold the line there was Max Piquet, but he's able to poke it away from number 9, that's Weber. Weber had a pretty good performance last week in a goal and 2 assists, even putting a couple points on the board last night. Now Cole Walsh with it. He'll get it across to Williams. As it's intercepted there by the Huskers, a shot saved by Miles. Play to the corner to Fontanetta. Able to endure a hit as the puck will end up going to Gerber. Gerber with speed, moving down the wing. And he gets lit up there, and that's going to be called.
Gerber seems to have the wind knocked out of him on that hit. Not 100% sure what the referee is going to be calling here. Not anything clearly out of line from my view. Might be a roughing, could be a head contact that I couldn't see from up here. But the Huskers will go on the kill once again this game. An elbow seems to be the call from the referee, man wearing the orange bands. Gerber has got on up okay and will go back to the bench. A little shaken up, rightfully so. As the penalty goes to Eitzman with an elbow for 2 minutes. Jayhawks have another chance on the manpower advantage.
Yeah, looking at the play, it looks like Eitzman did get that elbow up just a little bit, but luckily it wasn't up as high as it was on the hit that Cole Walsh took last night.
Sometimes when you're going to hit and you're going fast, the elbow flies up when you make contact. It happens.
As the faceoff is won back over to Duso, who then will get it across to Pearson. Aiden Pearson, a great person to look for on this power play. He really destroyed a water bottle last night as Ciavellis over to Adler, trying to pass it up front to Ciavellis, who's just in the back door, ready to put it home.
Puck movement's the name of the game for this power play here, Gabe.
Puck control and puck movement were two of the keys for today for Coach McConnell. As Duso couldn't hold the line, he'll get a head man up to Pearson. Now Pearson, he'll cut down the middle before dropping it back over to Hansen. Luke Hansen had a goal last night. We'll pass it to Sea of Ellis, who then finds Duso, and the Huskers able to dump it down again. So the power play not nearly as successful here early on, but Miles will get a pass over to PK. PK with a saucer pass over to Sea of Ellis. Sea of Ellis had 4 goals last night as he had an empty netter just in the dying seconds of the game. As they try to pass it up front, it looked like it was broken up as it'll go to the corner right over to Walsh. Walsh going to battle against Brandt, and he's going to have 2 Jayhawks go in and help him out. Now Adler will coast around the net before trying to throw up a shot off the rebound. Sea of Ellis couldn't put it home. And PK just reaching, nearly was able to keep it in, but it's going to go all the way back.
Jayhawks are swarming the front of the net and taking as many opportunities at the net with the puck as they can. Husker penalty kill has been letting them walk right in front for those opportunities all night, it looks like.
So PK, a little miscommunication there with Williams, but he's able to get a shot on. It looks like it was blockered up front. Hansen trying to pass it over to Sea of Ellis, but it's broken up there. Now Walsh over to PK. Max PK to Sea of Ellis. Back over to PK, and another successful penalty kill there for the Huskers as they're full strength. PK a little unaware that there was going to be a pass over to him. As the Huskers will break it out of the zone. Over to Osborne, and a nice hit there right in front of us by Duso, but it's going to get called. So Caleb Duso
going to be an interference call on Duso, Gabe. Little late hit on the boards by Duso. Just the tough nature of the game. Sometimes their timing's there, sometimes it's not, and this time the ref calls it interference. Going to have to fight through it. Another power play opportunity for the Huskers.
You know, the penalty kill has really shown up to work today. It's just a matter of can they keep doing it.
Discipline. They've been disciplined so far, and Pearson back out there on this penalty kill as he took the last one. Definitely going to be an improvement for the Jayhawks.
So 40.5 seconds left to go here in the first period. So the Huskers will have a power play to close this one out. Brandt cross ice over to Datina. Datina throws a wrister through traffic off the rebound. Miles able to make the save and dumping it down. It looked like that was Cole Walsh. Walsh has been a really good penalty killer throughout these 4 games where these two teams have seen each other. 4 in a row to be exact.
They have seen a lot of each other, and it shows by the way that they play against each other. They don't like each other. They're throwing hits. They're trying to send a message every time they make contact.
As it's passed back, looks like the Huskers will just sort of try to drag this one out. And that'll do it for period number 1. The Huskers with a very, very narrow 1-0 lead. When we come back in just a few minutes, they're going to start the second period off with 1 minute and 20 seconds left on the power play. Again, I'm Gabe Daniel, joined alongside Logan Rosengard. We'll talk to you guys after this short break. Back inside, John Breslow, ice hockey center here in Lincoln, Nebraska. I'm Gabe Daniel, play-by-play voice of the Jayhawks, joined alongside Logan Rosengard as we're getting set here for the second period as the Cornhuskers still lead 1-0 with just about a minute left of this intermission period. Both teams now back out onto the ice, getting some last-minute stretches in before they go back to work.
As you said, Gabe, the Hawks are going to be on the penalty kill for another minute 20 at the beginning of the second period. But that doesn't seem to slow them down normally. As I've said, they've had a very disciplined game. Both teams, it seems like, are very tired from last night's 16-goal competition. It's a very defensive, slower game, much more focused on finding time and space instead of just going at it, trying to get as many shots and opportunities and hits, for that matter, as they can on the opponent, which, frankly, I enjoy that game. I enjoy that style of play. I know from a player's standpoint, it's more technical, it's more focused, and it definitely leads to a more defensive game. As we've seen, it's a 1-0 game. 6 goals at the end of the first period last night. Let's see where the second period brings us, however. The intensity is going to rise as these teams, as you said, it's the fourth time these guys have played each other in 2 weeks. Last time they'll see each other for a while, but they don't like each other at all, and it's going to reflect in the second period pretty well, in my opinion.
So on the penalty kill for the Jayhawks, it'll be Ciavellis with Hansen, and playing defense will be Pearson and Walsh. And a nice hit there right away by Ciavellis on Hill as the puck goes into the corner as it's wrapped around to Hill, who will then try to get it to Datina. Datina across over to Brandt. Brandt playing it in the corner. A nice break up there by Pearson. The Jayhawks starting to look a lot better in regards to positioning as Hill with it in the corner. He'll pass it over to Brandt. Brandt just waits. He thought about winding up the shoot, but he'll get a pass over to Hill instead, and he scores. So Brendan Hill makes it 2-0 just 30 seconds in.
The point man on that play took advantage of the Jayhawk penalty killer, number 7 in that case, Luke Hansen. He was a little off position, over-adjusted a little too much, found the pass to the goal scorer there, and they took advantage of it. It's 2-0 Huskers here early in the second period. However, Hawks will be even strength. It is going to be 5-on-5 play for the time being. Got to move forward with it. Got to put that goal behind you and play your game.
So Pearson with it now. Cross over to Dusso. Dusso, a head man, pass up to Adler. Adler then chipping it into the zone. Looked like a little bit of a line change, as it's going to be Adler rocking with Ciavellis and Hansen instead of Gerber. As it doesn't look like Gerber's on the bench after taking that hit.
Being down a man when you have 10 skaters is definitely not ideal, but the Jayhawks seem like they are ready and prepared, as there's a huge collision in the corner there, Gabe.
Yeah, Aiden Pearson laying the body there as it was sent over to Hansen. And then there's Pearson, another hit, as it looks like it's starting to get pretty chippy in here.
Adler now colliding with a Husker there at center ice.
Aiden Pearson backhands it over to Dusso. Dusso trying to chip it up, and the Hawks have to regroup.
Almost too many men there on the bench for the Jayhawks.
Miller able to backhand it out. Pearson holding the line, and he takes a tumble. As it's just a little bit of back and forth hockey, but it will be an icing on the Cornhuskers. So the Jayhawks now only have 9 skaters, as it looked like Jack Gerber still not on the bench after taking that hit up high.
These shifts are going to get longer for some of these forwards, especially what looks like Max Piquet, as he's been out there a lot as it is. He's going to have to step up here in the second period.
Over to Fontanetta, who then finds Dusso over to Walsh. Walsh trying to backhand it over to Fontanetta. Fontanetta then will get it back to Walsh, and Walsh takes a hit in the corner. He's able to get right back up. Looked like the assistant coach, Chase Pruitt, is wanting a cross-check there. But it looks like the Cornhuskers will ice the puck once again. So another stoppage, this time with 17:35 left to go in the middle frame. And there's Gerber finally walking back over to the bench.
Good to see him back on the bench. Definitely going to see. And he goes right on the ice, ready to play back from the locker room. He looks like he's ready to lock in and make a difference here in this game.
Now Walsh right off the faceoff, back to Duso, who then will send it right back over to Cole Walsh. Wrapped around, it'll be Jack Gerber with it. Gerber trying to pass it to the corner as he's unable to do so. Now Ciovelis tries to dump it in as it'll be Bienkowski skating it in. Quickly taking it away was Hansen as it's dumped in. No ice. I thought the ref was yelling, but it will end up being an icing call.
Hansen in his own half of the neutral zone with a great defensive stick to keep the play alive and keep the puck outside of the offensive end, preventing what looked like a odd man rush for the Huskers. That type of play is definitely going to help them. Defensive hockey, low on guys, it's what's your bread and butter in these types of games, Gabe.
As it looked like Hansen was trying to use his body to get the puck out of the zone, but he's unable to do that as Datina will hold it in. Datina tries a shot. It'll go up high into the netting and out of play.
Ciovelis getting into it with one of the Husker forwards. Couldn't catch a number, but this game seems to be getting chippier and chippier as we get deeper into it.
So 16:53 left to go, 2-0 still our score. It looks like Ciovelis giving a couple chirps at the faceoff as he's able to win it over to PK. Now Max PK try to bank it out. He's able to get it up to Williams. Ben Williams will then find it over to Ciovelis, who then finds the tape of Hansen. Hansen dodging a hit there, and he takes him down. Now Ciovelis.
Hansen looking for a penalty call as a stick is held by Eitzman down in the corner.
As it looks like it was tipped out, so it will not be an icing as it goes all the way back. Now Walsh will wrap it around to PK. Now PK had his head down a little bit as he was trying to move it up over to Williams, as Urbans was right there to take it away. Now Datina will have control. As a little bit of miscommunication there as the Huskers still able to hold the line, though, back in it into the corner. Back on it is Cole Walsh for the Jayhawks. Now Walsh trying to send it up over to Hansen. Now Hill with a shot blocked up front. It's still loose as the Huskers still maintain control. Breaking the play up front was PK. He's able to catch it midair, puts it down right away so he can still make the play. Now Williams. He's going to curl around. It looked like he almost got taken down there. And the Huskers really doing a great job of having that physicality to hold the puck into the zone, but it's quickly sent out, and that allows the Jayhawks to get somewhat of a change going. Now streaking down the left side is going to be Thomas. Thomas curls around before passing it across to the other corner. A nice stick usage up front, and they score again. That time it was number 22, Cade Bierenstraw.
Bierenstraw left alone in the slot for the pass to be received and fired right into the back of the Jayhawk net. 3-0 here with 15-17 on the clock in the second period. Defensive assignments right there, folks. Can't let a guy sit in your slot, but Jayhawks are going to have to find a way, pick up some momentum and bounce back. Gerber back on the ice once again. He's going to have to be the difference maker he was for the Jayhawk offense in the first period this morning.
Now it'll be another shot right to the chest of Miles, held onto for a whistle. So 15:07 left to go now. 3-0 our score. As you can tell, that fatigue is starting to really be a factor. as the face-off is this time won by the Huskers. As it goes right to the skates of Gerber, and now Pearson will go to battle in the corner. Pearson able to flick it over to the other side. It looked like he was trying to get it to do so. Now as the physicality is starting to ramp up here as the period starts to go on more and more. The pass intended for Weber, broken up by Pearson. Ciavello was able to bank it out of the zone, as back on it is Walter Brandt. Dumping it in is Bierenstraw. That'll get a change going, as it now goes to the tape of Fontanetta. Fontanetta trying to get it out of the zone, but he's unable to do so, as Caleb Dusso will play it. A little bit of back and forth in the corner as the Huskers now have control. It's going to be Bergman trying to find Hiller. A backhand shot up front. Holding on to it is Miles.
Miles getting tested early this period, facing a lot of shots, standing to the task, very tall. For a guy that doesn't stand very tall in the net, but he is taking up a lot of space, moving very well, getting himself in the right position, keeping the Jayhawks in this game, 3-0 still.
As it looks like taking the draw this time will be Luke Hansen, as the faceoff is sent back right behind the net. And a nice break up there by Williams, held in the zone by number 49. That's Rogers. Is trying to send it out with Adler, but it's kept in there by Bergman. A shot from the slot right to the chest of Miles.
Huskers are definitely taking advantage of their roster size and the fact that the Jayhawks have been playing very fast-paced, intense hockey with 10 guys, 9.5 really if you count the roster move and the loss of Walsh last night after the big hit he took.
And then another mispositioning there at the back door makes it 4-0. With 13:45 left to go, as the Jayhawks just can't find an answer this period.
Jayhawks are tired out there. Once again, I'll make point. They are 10 skaters strong here in Lincoln this weekend, and it's hard to go up against a full roster at full speed for 2 games.
It'll be Pearson with it now. Cross-ice pass over to Dusso. Now Dusso trying to find Hansen. So now Ciavellis will get it over to Hansen. He'll throw it in the corner, then he'll chase after it. Beating him to the race was Miller. Miller sending it around over to Osborne. Dusso holding it in. A tip up front by Hansen. And Stanchfield will then play it aside as it's passed over to Rogers. Rogers takes the shot, covered up by Miles, then played over to the corner. Now Treader holding it into the zone. He'll throw it to the other corner, but back getting there first was Dusso, but it's quickly stripped away by the Huskers. A shot up front. Miles unable to control the rebound, as it looks like a bit of collision there at the left faceoff dot. Now quickly switching the other way. It's going to be Walsh dumping it back into the zone, as the Hawks have to get back on side. That'll get a change going. And then a bank pass, then again taken away by Walsh. Walsh sending it into the zone, dodging a knee-on-knee hit, as Miller will start from behind his own net. He'll give a nice pass up to Datina, and then Datina sends it up. No one was there for the headman pass, but they'll use it as a dump and change, as PK with it now, as he was just stripped away by Hill. Hill shooting right to the glove of Miles and covered for a stoppage.
Getting square on top of your crease there is Miles with a flash of the leather. Very strong in his net once again. I'll make note, Miles, a highlight of this weekend trip to Lincoln, Nebraska for the Jayhawks.
So Walsh sending it up over to Adler. Adler tried to find Fontanetta just streaking down the middle, but couldn't connect on the pass there. Now chasing after is Dusso. He'll crank it around over to Fontanetta, who then tried to get a backhand pass over to PK. as it's held in at the point. Loose up front, and it's going to be a foot race for the puck, but Stanchfield coming way out to play it as he's able to get it out of the zone. Now they'll pass it back over to Eitzman. Eitzman getting pressured there by Fontanetta. Going in to help him was Dusso. Fontanetta able to get it away. Adler sending it out of the zone as the Huskers will have to get back on side. They're going to leave the puck right where PK can play it. PK will dump it in. That gets a change for the Jayhawks.
That line was out there a long time, Gabe. That change was much needed to get some fresh legs and a burst of speed as we come close to the halfway mark of the second period.
Now Walsh, a headman pass up to Williams. Williams loses control. Try to find Hansen, but couldn't connect. And then Walsh should drive from the point. Bouncing puck, and it's covered up there by Stanchfield.
Any shot that the Jayhawks can take in order to get any sort of rebound opportunity or crash the net scenario for their offense is going to definitely make the difference here as this game winds down. Ciovella's taking the draw. He's been strong for this Jayhawk offense so far.
It looked like the linesman was telling a couple of the wingers to back up a little bit as the faceoff is won by Nebraska. It'll be Walter Brandt trying to play it to the corner. Then a nice pass by Gerber. Just couldn't connect with Ciovelis for the one-time opportunity. A nice break up there by Ciovelis. Gets the puck over to Hansen. Now Luke Hansen charging down on the right wing. Drops it back over to Gerber. Gerber winds up a shot right to the chest of Stanchfield. And covered.
Gerber, despite taking a big hit with the elbow early in the late in the first period, seems to have found his groove a little bit, taking shots, adding that speed back to the Jayhawk offensive game.
And he's slowly starting to wake up a little bit more, you know, just knocks the wind out of you. And it looks like Ben Williams will be playing up at forward now. So throwing some defensemen up there while they can. Now it's going to be a foot race for the puck. Charging right in on the breakaway, and a sprawling save by Miles as he just stopped them from making it 5-0.
Bourbon couldn't get enough of the puck on that breakaway, but Miles making a heck of a stretch to stop the puck from going into the open awning.
Now Fontanetta trying to find Walsh with the pass, and a weird angle shot by Dahl, just sailing high and wide. And then trying to tip it up front was Hiller, but he just ends up sending it wide to the corner. Now Lutz will try to wrap it around. Fontanetta try to get a pass for a breakout as the Jayhawks really starting to struggle with that puck control and puck movement. Aiden Pearson will try to slow the tempo down just a little bit before having his pass intercepted there by Dahl as it's thrown back into the corner. Bergman, a backhand pass taken away by Pearson, who then banks it off the boards, getting it to Williams. He's able to dump it off of the stick of Lutz, and that'll get a change going for the Jayhawks. A headman pass by, intended for Hiller. He trips over the blue line so he can't catch it. Now Ciovelis, he's going to turn on the Jets before trying to make a fancy move, moving in. A shot just off the paddle, batted down by Gerber, and it'll be a high stick on the Jayhawks.
Faceoff's going to go all the way down to the Jayhawks defensive end for that high stick. But that offensive chance, little give-and-go opportunity from Ciovelis and Gerber is exactly what this offense needs more of. They need more puck movement. They got to try and take advantage of as much space as possible, as the refs seem to be gathering to see whether or not it was a Husker stick that went high, whether it was a Jayhawk stick that went high, because that is going to be key where the faceoff goes.
It just looks like it'll take place right in front of us. So Ciovelis wins it back over to PK, who's back on defense. It looks like he switched spots with Williams, as Ben Williams is usually a defenseman. As Max PK, with great pressure there, was able to hold the line for a little bit, but the Huskers get it out of the zone. Now Ciovelis, a head man over to Hansen. Now Hansen will get it over to Gerber. Now Gerber try to find Hansen at the back door. Couldn't get the tap in going. Now a nice poke check by Dusso, but it's going to be Osborne catching in, a shot knocked down. And now a headman pass intended for Gerber, but it's quickly taken away by Miller, who then backhands it off the boards out of the zone. But Hansen's right there to fight for it and get it back in as he's just weaving his way in. But it looks like an offsides call here.
Hansen has been a very great asset to this game today. He's been all over the place, adding a defensive touch to his game, using that stick and his body size to his advantage, getting in the way of the Cornhuskers' offensive rushes many times, stopping a lot of offensive opportunities in his own end. Definitely going to be someone to look out for as this game progresses, as we wane into the latter half of the second period.
So it looks like the linesman really loving to yell at these wingers as he tells Adler and Datina to back up.
Well, those wingers got to be on their side of the figurative hash marks, especially when there aren't any in the neutral zone there, Gabe.
Now Urbans dumps it in the corner and chases after it. He'll wrap it over to Datina. As Adler was able to send it out of the zone, it'll go right to the tape of Biankowski. He'll try to force it in, but Pearson's able to loft it up and out. And then Adler couldn't get it quite right away, as Miller will end up icing the puck. But the linesman will say no, it was tipped. Either way, Walsh will get to it first as he's able to get it over to Adler, who then finds Williams. Williams trying on a shot, just sailing wide. And now the Huskers will get a chance for a breakout. A headman pass up to Urbans. Fires a shot covered up by Miles and held on for a whistle.
Great positioning by the winger there, looks like number 2.
And it looks like Datina is going to head off. He gave Adler that little push, and the ref blew the whistle right away, just signaling, hey, you can't do that.
Evan Datina going to the box for what looks like a roughing call from the ref.
And
it's going to be both of them offsetting minors to Adler and Datina both. 4-on-4 for 2 minutes.
That's one, like, for both sides where the penalty just doesn't make sense. You know, it was just one little push, and that stuff happens after almost every whistle. But
I mean, with how the game went yesterday and how the physicality has picked up a lot in the second period compared to the first, the referee's got to try and crack down on it, make sure it doesn't get out of hand, prevent anyone from getting hurt. 4-on-4 even strength play, however, isn't a bad thing. A lot of space, as I pointed out earlier in this game, for the forwards, for the Hawks and Huskers both, to take advantage of.
As it looks like Gerber's starting to speed up a little bit more, so you can tell he's finally starting to feel his groove again, as Pearson's able to backhand it out, but it's quickly held in there by Eitzman. Eitzman getting a little fancy there, and he's bodied by Pearson.
Pearson using his size to his advantage as Eitzman hits the ground hard.
As it's passed over to Dahl in the corner. And then he'll try to set up play, but it's going to be Gerber turning on the Jets. It's going to be a 2-on-1 if Dusso can catch up, and a nice defensive play there breaks it up. And now this time it's going to be a break for the Huskers. Ciavelis was able to dump it in, but it's quickly sent over and out to Hiller. Hiller moving in, a shot just sailing high and wide. And a drop from the point just trickles in. Oh, wow.
It's a tough one to watch when the goalie makes the save, makes the contact with the puck, and just loses track of it as it trickles into the back of the net to make the score 5-0 with 6:50 in the second period.
Ramped over the stick of Miles, and now it is 5-0.
PK and Hansen both go over to reassure their goaltender that, hey, head up. We'll help you up here if you help us back there as you've been doing. 4-on-4 even strength play for another minute and 7 seconds still. Plenty of time for this Jayhawks offense still to get going, get themselves back in this game. It's the game of hockey. It's one of the most unpredictable sports in the world, if you ask me. Anything can happen, Gabe. Anything.
No, it's a headman pass up to Hansen. Hansen moving in with speed. The linesman was in the way. A shot off the rebound. The Jayhawks couldn't get it back. Now it's going to be Urbans. Urbans. He's going to fly past PK and Williams before coasting the net, and then diving down to make the play was Walsh. As Urbans with it.
Miles doesn't have a stick. His stick is in the corner by the referee to his glove side. He's playing without a stick right now, Gabe.
Now Brandt fires a shot from the point, tipped up front by Urbans. Now it's going to be PK. He's able to get it out of the zone. He'll dump it down. And it'll look like It'll be an icing?
Goalie made a play there. I don't know. I'm not a referee. I don't understand the ACHA rules, but from my understanding, goalie makes a play, that icing should not be, that should be waved off icing. However, the referees seem to be meeting to figure out where the discrepancy was, and it looks like they're going to have a center ice faceoff for the missed icing call from the linesman. 10 seconds on this even strength play, 4-on-4. 5-0 still with 5:54 in the second period here, Gabe, in Lincoln, Nebraska.
As the faceoff is won by the Huskers, quickly sent over to Miller, but then Miller getting chased by Walsh. He'll have to pass it over to Rogers. Rogers ahead man. And then Ciavellis really getting into it with Bierenstraw. As getting tripped down there was Dusso. A shot from the point by Bierenstraw. Broken up there. Dusso trying to go in a battle as it looks like it's really going to get chippy here.
There's some words being exchanged in front of the net as two players are going at it. Looks like it's going to be.
Everybody's involved.
Looks like it's Jacob McHale and
you see Luke Hansen really just trying to get out of there. So he's throwing his hands up trying to get out.
There's going to be some penalties possibly here for both sides, just as the 4-on-4 even strength play ended. McHale still on the ground with what looked like Steven Ciavellis tussling, as McHale's going to go to the box, and possibly one other player for the Jayhawks.
So Ciavellis for sure. So it looks like Hansen, Ciavellis will go.
There's going to be a 4-on-3 opportunity here for the Huskers with 5:30 in this second period. Looks like it's going to be two offsetting penalties here for both sides. Officials congregating by the referee circle, figuring out what the calls are, where the face-off's going to be, as team leaders from both sides await the explanation and any sort of questioning that might come with it. Definitely an interesting scenario out in front of the net.
Well, right now it looks like the Huskers are going to manage to get a power play out of this. They had two guys go to the box, but only one penalty is up on the scoreboard. But okay, never mind, they fixed it, so.
Yeah, 4 guys in the box, 2 aside. Going to be 3-on-3 play for the next 2 minutes here, Gabe. Similar to NHL overtime hockey. Definitely going to be fun to see how both teams adapt to this play. Nope, not 3-on-3, 4-on-4 possibly. Not sure yet.
So, yeah, they're going to be offsetting. It looks like we're just going to stay 5-on-5, but the Jayhawks now only have 3 players on the bench they can use to sub out with.
Roughing penalty is the call from the officials, Gabe.
So Gerber tried to get it out of the zone, but he's quickly pressured there by the Huskers. So the Jayhawks really have to conserve their energy here, as they only have 3 players they can sub.
Going to be a game of clearances and space, Gabe, for the next 2 minutes, for the Hawks at least.
As it's an intended pass for Gerber, just gets sent right back the other way. Now Dusso battling in the corner. Loses an edge. As Dusso will have it again, and he plays up and out of play. It looked like it banked off the glass before it went out. But 4:53 left to go here. Period number 2. The Huskers lead 5-0.
4 goals in this second period for the Huskers. The Jayhawks have seemed to slow them down a little bit late in the period and found a bit of their defensive and offensive bearings.
As there's a battle back in the corner. As Miller drives it from the point. Miles still able to dive on top of it. And then we're going to have a stoppage here. A slash. Couldn't tell who it was on. It looks like it's going to be on Jack Gerber.
Gerber shaking his head as he goes to the box. Those types of penalties in this type of game definitely leaves the Hawks in a bit of a sticky situation as they only have 3 skaters on the bench and 4 going to be on the ice for the next 2 minutes of play. Definitely going to need to clear the puck out, save your legs, save your energy, stay disciplined so that they don't have another power play goal from the Huskers.
A drive from the point blocked up front. Looks like it goes up high and out of play as it was tipped. So 4:33 left to go in the middle frame now. 5-0, still our score.
Faceoff's going to be outside of the zone, looks like, in front of the Husker bench. As Adler looks like he's going to be taking the drop for the Hawks.
As it's quickly won back over to Brandt. Now Brandt from back behind his own net will pass it over to Datina. Datina to Dahl. Now Dahl at the right side. He's quickly getting pressured off there. They will have to curl around the net, passing it up front, broken up there by the Jayhawks. But the Huskers keep it in. Shot from the point. On the rebound, Hill unable to do anything as Hill will have to get it over to Datina.
Hawks set up in their penalty kill box, umbrella, diamond. I couldn't really tell what the formation was, but it seems to be working. 116 on the penalty kill for the Hawks. Definitely a disciplined moment there for the last few seconds. Hawks are tired. They just gotta keep conserving their energy and convert any of it into offensive opportunities once they get even strength, Gabe.
And it looks like Pearson took someone down in the corner as he has to go and pick his stick back up, but the Hawks were able to dump it out of the zone. Stanchfield had to play it to a teammate back behind the net as it'll be crossed to pass to Eitzman, but quickly taken away by Adler. Adler drops it back over to Williams. Williams couldn't keep it in, but Caleb Dusso can, and it looks like his stick was taken out, held onto by Bergman, and then just dropped. I'm surprised that wasn't a penalty. Now Eitzman curling around, trying to pass it up front before Pearson's hit off the puck.
Pearson with another great defensive stick. Big sweeping stick Pearson has. It's definitely helped the Jayhawks in this game. Once again, I'll make another note because it's a big storyline of this weekend. The Jayhawks short, and any defensive stop they can get to this very deep, much larger roster size that Nebraska has is going to help them in the game.
So 2:45 left to go now as it's backhanded out of the zone by the Huskers. Pearson dodging a hit there. As Gerber fresh out of the box. The Hawks are at full strength now.
As for the other 4 guys in the box, 2 aside to each team, Gabe, there's going to need to be a whistle in order for them to come out and be factors in this game again, as that's how offsetting penalties work.
As Williams with it now. A headman pass up to Gerber. Gerber had to find it at his skates first before the Huskers get it right back out. Now it's going to be number 20. That's Caden Davis with it. Davis passing it across. PK just found a way to be in the way of that pass. He didn't know where the puck was, as Fontanetta's going to have to go to work now. Now Walsh chooses to dump the puck all the way back where Stanchfield will play it. Miller off the glass where Walsh will play it. Walsh throws it into the zone again. This time to the corner. Biankowski for the Huskers now. Over to Miller. Miller wraps it around the other way. As it's a pass over to Urbans. Coasting down the right wing, tries to toe drag and make a move as he coasted towards the center. As Walsh couldn't contain the puck. The Huskers with it again. Datina trying to pass it across the back door to Hill, and he scores.
Jayhawks fatigue showing majorly in this period as 4 guys in the box finally get let out and are able to play again. But back to the goal here by the Huskers. Cross crease pass to the open man on the back door for the Huskers. Easy one to go. 6-0 here. Jayhawks are tired. They got to wait another minute 10 before they can get a period break, rest their legs. But they got time to make something happen and maybe pick it up
Now
as we wind down.
winning it back over to Walsh, who then quickly finds PK. PK trying to get it up to Williams. Unable to hold the line. Now it's going to be another break for the Huskers, but he lost control. Now Walsh with it. Walsh off the glass, trying to send it out, but it's held in by Hill. 6-0, the Huskers lead. We're just about 50 seconds left to go here in the middle frame. Now Urban's with it. Backhand pass over to Tina. Shot up front, kicked away by Miles, and it looks like PK gets tripped down, and it will be called.
Going to have 41 seconds in this second period and another minute 20-ish going into the third, unless they can convert on this power play, as it looks like number 59 for the Cornhuskers, Brendan Hill, is going to go to the box for a tripping penalty.
So the faceoff will take place to our right and the left of Stanchfield, as the Jayhawks have not been successful at all, as they're not on the scoreboard.
Ciavelis, Gerber, and Hansen as this power play unit lined up.
And the Huskers quickly able to dump it down. Miles coming out behind his own net to play it, leaving it. Actually, he'll want to play it up over to Gerber, who then was able to leave it for Hansen. Hansen finds the puck over to Ciavelis. Ciavelis curling around before it's stripped away by Dahl. Now Ciavelis just going to work, and he looks like he gets away with a slash there, just right on the ankle of Dahl. Now there will be 10 seconds left in period number 2. Now Pearson waits back behind his own net before making a play. A headman pass up to Ciavelis. Ciavelis spinning around one man as Dahl was able to get it away. It'll be sent to the other corner, and that'll do it for period number 2. The Cornhuskers come in and score 5 goals as they'll head off the ice with a 6-0 lead. We'll be back in just a few short minutes for the third and final period of play of this weekend series. back inside John Breslow Ice Hockey Center here in Lincoln, Nebraska. It's been nothing but the Cornhuskers all game as they are coming back out with that 6-0 lead. However, the Jayhawks will start the period with about 1:19 left on their power play.
10 guys, once again, Jayhawks have. I'm going to keep bringing that up because that has been a huge storyline, right? You've got a full roster for the Cornhuskers who've been skating really hard all game, both games, and they've had the opportunity to take advantage of 3-4 full lines. With 10 guys, it's hard to really pick your bearing, get your bearings together and pick the speed up fully when you're going at it with 10 guys 2 games in a row. However, full period of rest, stretching, and contemplation in the locker room for the Jayhawks. Certainly, it should be a little bit better of a game for them as the third period gets underway here soon. Miles going back in his crease, backstopping another great performance from him. What do you think? You're the coaches, you're in the locker room. What do you think they're telling the guys as they come out? It's 6-0, they're in an away rink, 10 guys. What's the game plan here out?
Just skate hard. Obviously, play smart. Keep your composure as you know the emotions can run high as the game goes on. Don't do anything that can be consequential as the season progresses because Nebraska really doesn't have too much to lose as they have the full roster. Kansas, on the other hand, they only have 18 guys on the roster as it is, and they only have 10 of them today. So the more that roster shrinks, the more trouble they'll find themselves in. As it's wrapped around to Pearson at the blue line.
The Hawks are going to be on the power play for another 50-some-odd seconds as the penalty from earlier continues on.
So Pearson over to Dusso. Dusso across to Ciavellis. Back over to Dusso. Dusso to Pearson to Ciavellis as they try to. It looked like they were going to maybe set up a one-time opportunity, and it's poked out by Dahl. It's going to be a foot race for the puck. Stephen Dahl will win it as he tries a shot up front, covered up by Miles, and held on to for a whistle.
Puck movement again, they got to find the right spots and pick the right times to make a pass, especially when the Nebraska penalty kill looks very disciplined right out the gate. That little offensive burst of speed and that rush to get a shot on net and an offensive zone draw for the Huskers especially shows it.
As behind the net, Dusso will carry it. Now Dusso. Dropping it back over to Adler. The Huskers try to dump it down, but it's blocked up front. As they will drag it back, they'll dump it down once more, and that'll do it for the Huskers penalty kill. Another successful kill. This time Aiden Pearson will skate it up. He'll cut towards the middle before passing it across over to Ciavellis. Ciavellis shoots it a little late. And it looks like Pearson just a little slow to get up.
Some verbal frustration as well, it sounded like, from the Hawks. Pearson once again showing his workhorse style of play. He's been out for a long chunk of this game and last night's game, again with the low skaters, but he's always been that guy. He plays big minutes, big-bodied, big-stick defenseman, and he's definitely a highlight of this team this weekend.
As the Huskers setting up the breakout, they'll get it across over to Urbans. Urbans winds up, shoots one, and it just goes high and wide. Now Datina coasting around the net before passing it over to Miller at that point. Shoots one up front. Dusso using the stick there to block it. Now Miller banking it off the boards. He'll get it over to Urbans as it looks like they're just going to try and rag the puck, make the clock run faster. Now Ciavellis to Pearson as the Jayhawks now have control. Shoots one, blockered away there by Stanfield. Now Pearson has it again. Curling around, one hand on the stick. Couldn't hold the line there as it'll be a 2-on-1 for the Huskers. Broken up there by Hansen as he tries to send it up to Fontanetta, but it goes all the way back. Stanchfield stopping it. He'll play it up to Miller. Now Miller with just under 17.5 minutes left to go here in the game. He'll bank it off the boards up to Hill as it's then poked away by PK. Sent the other way, now to Biankowski. Biankowski dumps it in. Where PK will play it for the Jayhawks. He tries to leave it over for Walsh, but it ends up getting to Williams first. Williams has the puck stripped from him as the Huskers will wrap it around. It's going to be Fontanetta skating up with it now. Fontanetta dumps it in, and it'll be picked up by Eitzman. Eitzman now will coast towards the middle, dodges a hit there. Williams able to force it back in for the Jayhawks, but they'll have to regroup and get back on side. So this allows the Huskers to get control of the puck.
Hawks applying some offensive pressure here and having some decent puck control so far in this period, Gabe.
Now Walsh banking it off the glass, so they try to get it up to Adler. And the Huskers really just starting to show how dominant they are this game as Eitzman carries it in now. Eitzman tries to do a spinorama, no-look pass, but no one was there to get it. Now it'll be Thomas. He gets hit by Adler, and then Thomas takes Adler back down. Now a headman pass up to Ciavellis. Ciavellis gets knocked down as that'll get the crowd going. Losing his footing there was Dusso. Dusso unable to get the puck away from Bergman as he takes a shot as it goes wide. A little bit of fumbling the puck there. A shot by Dahl up front, kicked away by Miles as Brandt holds it in as he gets over to Hiller. Trying to send it out was Pearson. As it looks like it was tipped up front, it rode across the crossbar, and then it ends up going to the corner. So just a near break for Kansas there. Is shot through traffic up front off the rebound, still loose. And a very lucky break for the Jayhawks once again, but it's held in by Brandt. Fires one from the point, and it looks like it goes up and out of play.
Mitch Miles sprawling on his back and kind of flopping around a little bit like a fish in the crease to make a few key saves to prevent the puck from going in the back of the net once again. Miles, not the biggest guy in net, definitely using his agility and flexibility to his strength in these two games.
So 15:03 left to go here in the game, as it looks like the intensity is starting to increase a little bit as it's passed up to Hansen. Now Hansen trying to find Williams, but it's tipped up front. Now Lutz will have it for the Huskers. Lutz off the boards, getting it over to Osborne. Osborne couldn't handle the pass, so it'll end up going to the tape of Cole Walsh for the Jayhawks, who passes it across to PK. PK loses control, but able to redeem himself right there as Williams tips it into the zone. That gets a change going for the Jayhawks as a crossover to Osborne. Osborne sends it into the corner. Now racing in there to beat Walsh was Davis, but he ends up sending the puck over to Williams. The Huskers still finding a way to hold that puck in the zone, as Hansen will then send it over to Walsh. Cole Walsh to Pearson, back over to Walsh, to Aiden Pearson once more. Now Pearson's going to lead the charge before dumping it in. That gets a change going for the Hawks.
Something I've noticed about the Hawks out the gate here in this third period, Gabe, is that they are making a lot of passes, just trying to find an opening for any sort of space. Whether it's switching up the side of the ice that they're on under their own net in their own zone, or just passing it back out to the point man in the offensive end. They're doing everything they can to create space and try and find an opening in this Husker team to get on the board.
And a shot from the point by Miller, sticked away, as there will be a battle in the boards, and it looks like getting away with the cross check there was Aiden Pearson. A nice stick move there by Ciavellis, gets the puck away from the slot, and then the rebound will go right to Williams, and he will just ice the puck. So 13:06 left to go here in the game. 6-0 still our score. It's been a really quiet start so far.
Jayhawks look a lot more confident in their game so far this period. I know they're tired. It's been a long weekend and definitely a longer game, but they've got fire in them. They got fire under their butts, and they're playing with a little more intensity that they haven't shown the full game, and honestly, it's fun to watch, Gabe.
So Adler able to tip the puck out of the zone. As it's in the corner, the Huskers will try to set up play. As it's sent over to Urbans. Urbans banking it off the boards, getting it up to Hill. Now Hill will curve around, throwing the shot up front off the rebound. Miles able to kick it away. So a shot by Urbans once again in the slot. Held onto by Miles, and it looks like Hill just crashed into the net as it'll come off, drawing a whistle. 12:34 left to go in the game now.
Taking crash the net a little too literally, looks like it was from Hill. Could have been a dangerous play on his own end, hitting into the post. Glad he's okay. Miles again standing tall to the task in this game, making another great save from a hard shot that the shooter gave towards him.
So the face-off won by the Huskers again. Dusso loses the foot race to the puck, but it's sent to Thomas at the point. Fires a shot, tipped up front, just going wide. You could see the frustration there by McHale. Thomas using the backhand to hold it in. And the backhand pass over to Weber, who then finds Treader. Rather, that was McHale, and then Williams able to get it out. He's going to move in with speed. He has Fontanetta going with him down the side, and it looks like Williams just shrugged off the puck there. As the puck ends up going to Hansen.
Again, another defensive play from Hansen to try and keep the puck in his possession.
Now Fontanetta couldn't hold onto the puck. Now Hansen getting tangled up with a guy in the slot. Couldn't tell which number that was, but it's going to be a battle along the boards. Now PK getting it stripped away by Bierenstraw. The pass up front to Dahl, kicked away by Miles. As the two Cornhuskers collide at the point, Bierenstraw will send it back behind the net over to Weber. Weber curling around, pressured by PK. Weber still managing to have control. He'll get over to Eitzman from the point. Rips a wrister. Looked like he was trying to find someone to just bank it back in. As it's now back into the corner. The Huskers trying to find someone at the back door, but it's played away by a stick. And now Hansen battling along the board. Ciovelis going in to help him out. Fontanetta even getting a little aggressive there as the Huskers still hold the line. Finally, the Jayhawks get it back out. Now Eitzman will just flick it into the corner with just a little under 11 minutes to go here in the game. 6-0, still the score as Miles will hang on and draw another whistle.
Hawks hanging on here by a thread as the period winds down and game comes to a close here, Gabe. As you mentioned, Huskers are applying the pressure, trying to end this game in their behalf as quick as they can. Not without any more effort to get the puck back in the net for sure, though.
So Pearson now with it, and we'll wrap it around over to Williams. Now Williams edged off the puck. As it looks like Dahl will get it, but it's quickly taken away by Walsh. Walsh will wrap it around to Fontanetta. Fontanetta sending it back the other way. And it looks like Jack Gerber is not on the bench, so the Jayhawks are going to close out the game with only 9 skaters.
If you remember, Gerber took a hard hit, received a hard elbow penalty from the Huskers in the first period earlier in the game. Came back out, played through it, and looked very strong, like he could finish the game. But as Gabe mentioned, he is not on the bench and likely not to return.
So Williams now charging down on the left side, tries to advance the puck on net, but Stanchfield just playing it to the side. Fontanetta even laying a little bit of a hit. Now Walsh, he'll just dump it in. Stanchfield playing it again. It looks like he leaves it over for Rogers as it goes up high and into the bench of the Cornhuskers. So we'll get another stoppage as we're now just under the halfway point of this game, or of the period.
Yes,
that's left in the game.
Been a long game for us too, Gabe. Hawks are tired. I've mentioned it before and I'll mention it again. Tough to play with 10 skaters, but for the 10 skaters that they brought to Lincoln this weekend. They played very well together. Not necessarily the outcome they might want for now, as there's time left in the game. However, tough game to play with 10 skaters, 9 with Gerber off the bench.
As now Pearson with it. Aiden Pearson curls around, waits back behind his own net. He'll pass it over to Walsh. Walsh then banks it off and over to Hansen. Now Hansen. Spinning, avoiding a hit. Looks like Ciavelis with a backhand shot just sailing high. And that'll lead a charge for the Huskers.
Right now the Hawks are just trying to play for a bit of pride, show the Huskers that they're still in this game, send a bit of a message.
And it looks like the net was off. Osborne tried to bank home a rebound. I'm not sure what drew the whistle because it looks like the net is still very well on.
I believe the ref thought Miles covered it with his glove when he shuffled aside the puck with his stick and shuffled with it, so that's causing the ref to lose sight and blow the whistle. 6-0 still is the game here in Lincoln.
So it looks like Hill with it now. Tries a shot, sticked away by Miles. He might have gotten a piece of the blocker. The world may never know. As it's thrown in the corner, Caleb Dusso. Head man up to Adler. As they found Ciavelis, but Ciavelis quickly had it stripped away by number 24. That's Ryan Thomas. So Thomas with it. Gets hit open ice by Hansen, and it looks like Ciavelis ended up losing his stick. Now Ciavelis skips it into the corner. Back on it is Thomas for the Huskers. As he'll wrap around his own net, he'll get a headman pass up to Urbans. Urbans at the right side tries to make a move around Dusso. Dusso able to use the glass to get the puck away, but the Huskers hold the line. A backhand pass, and he was trying to get over to Williams, but Williams wasn't aware. Now a saucer pass over to Datina, as it will end up going back over to Miles, covered for another whistle. It looks like both teams just trying to make this period go by as fast as they can, as the score is still 6-0, this time with 7:56 left to go.
7:56, a lot of time for the Hawks to build a little momentum. Again, they're tired, might not happen, but they got to play for themselves. They got to play for what's on front of the jersey. Try and send a message as this game winds down.
As Pearson with it now. He'll just use the glass, trying to get it over to Williams, but it's held in there by Weber. Now Weber try to drop it back over to McHale, but holding the line there as it was almost sent out was Brandt. He tries a shot from the blue line, and it'll find its way to the glove of Mitch Miles for another whistle.
Mitch Miles again coming up with a nice glove save. His glove seems to be on fire over the last 2 days, stopping 41 shots again last night.
Now Williams gets hit off the puck there by Bierenstraw. Swinging the stick there to get the puck away was Fontanetta. He was able to get it away, and then Pearson ends up throwing the puck into the Nebraska bench after he was collided with. So now that we said the teams are trying to finish it off as fast as they can, it's just going to be whistle after whistle.
Just down the stretch, long game, long weekend for both of these teams. Any breaks as they can get, even if the game seems out of reach, definitely going to help.
So this time the Huskers win the face-off. It'll be Brandt carrying it in. He throws it into the corner. Bierenstraw with it. Now Weber with it. As he's getting pinned against the boards by Pearson. McHale and Hansen going in to help their respective teammates. Now Brandt from the point off of the pillow of Miles. And the puck finds its way over to Alex Adler. Adler takes a hit, but he gets the puck over to Pearson. And then Pearson able to shake off the body a little bit. He leaves the puck over for Hansen. And there's going to be Whistle here in the corner.
Hansen looks like he's going to be going to the box. Might be a roughing as after the hit he gave to the Cornhusker forward.
It looks like it was Bierenstraw that he hit down, and he was just pushing him down to make him stay down.
Even late in the game, can't be taking those kinds of penalties. It's a discipline thing at the end of the day, and I understand it's a long weekend, 10 guys, emotions are high. You've seen this team for the 4th time now. It's tough to keep your composure, but those penalties are what's going to kill this team in the long run as the penalty kill comes back out for the Hawks.
On the bright side, the Hawks are able to just dump the puck down.
Shoot time off the clock, indeed.
So Brandt passing it across over to Datina. Shot up front, tipped, and just nearly going in. As the Huskers will have Stephen Dahl try a shot. Now Datina. Passing it over to Urbans. Back to Datina. Datina waiting. He'll skate it up before trying to shot. It'll go to the glove of Miles and held onto.
Penalty kill again, looking strong for the Hawks. Their box play and forcing the puck to stay on the outside, forcing the Huskers to keep passing the puck and shoot time off the clock is exactly what this penalty kill is designed to do, even late in the game.
And right away off that face-off, the Hawks are able to dump it down out of the zone. Now back behind the net is Brandt. Brandt playing it over for Urbans. As Urbans will just wait before he's pushed off the puck by Duso. Getting it for the Jayhawks is PK. PK able to backhand it out of the zone. It'll come all the way back where Stanchfield will play it. Stanchfield will use the stick to get a headman pass over to Hill. As it's backhanded into the zone, Aiden Pearson with it. Pearson will try to ice it, but Lutz catches it at center ice. Now Miller. Has the puck stolen from him by Duso. Duso tried to send it out, but Eitzman holds it in. He throws a shot from an odd angle, but it's almost tipped in up front. Luckily, it goes wide. Now Lutz from the point again. He'll pass it over to Miller. Miller trying to find someone back behind the net. It's tipped by Pearson, so it'll go right back over to Miller. Now Lutz, back to Miller, to Eitzman. Eitzman rips one, a shot blocked up front. Now the Huskers trying to slow down the tempo, looking for the open man opportunity. As Miller will pass it to the point. Across to Eitzman. Eitzman tries to rip one again, covered up by Miles, drawing a whistle as the Jayhawks are back to full strength.
4:41 in this game, Gabe, and just a long game, really. I mean, the Hawks can't really do too much other than play the game that they know how to play. Maybe create a scoring opportunity or two, but with 4:41 left and as tired as this team looks, it might just be out of reach. Anything can happen, however. It's hockey, as I said in the second period. One of the most unpredictable sports to play. Anything can happen as the Hawks try and salvage this game a little bit.
So it looks like a shot was deflected up front by a couple of bodies as Williams was just able to chip the puck into the zone. Now Rogers for the Cornhuskers will get a breakout going as it's now passed over to Treader. Treader fans on the pass, and then he'll just rim it around the boards where it'll get to Osborne. Osborne pass it to a man behind the net as the Jayhawks will break it out. Walsh trying to find Williams, but it looked like it didn't get to Williams quite enough as it'll be an icing. So just nearing the 4-minute mark left in this game now. 6-0 still our score. As the physicality is a lot quieter this period, you can tell that both teams are just ready to be out of here. And it looked like a tie-up off the face-off. Urban spinning around, taking a shot, held onto by Miles once again. This time with 3:59 left to go. The Jayhawks will be in action again next weekend as they'll be on the road taking on the Ice Bears from Missouri State in Springfield, Missouri. As off the face-off, the Huskers have Datina trying to take a shot. Looks like it was kicked aside by Miles, but Urbans controls it for the Huskers now, trying to find Hill, who is just ready to tip it in. Now Williams gets it up to Hanson. Hanson's able to backhand it out, and that'll saw the time down to 3.5 minutes. Now Rogers, behind his own net, passes it across over to Datina. Datina to Bienkowski. Bienkowski to Hill. It's poked by Williams, so Datina will have to regroup. And he'll end up passing it back before it'll be sent up to Hill. Now Hill curling around. He's going to start turning on the jets as he coasts down the left wing, tries a backhand shot as he gets around, but Miles kicks it to the side, and Hanson's able to backhand it up towards the point, but the Huskers hold the line. A nice deflection there by Williams, breaks up the pass that was intended for Bienkowski. As Hill has it back behind the net, Steven Ciavellis in the crease able to swat that puck away, but Bienkowski keeping it in the zone. A shot tipped up front, it goes up high and out of play, and we're still going on with this game. There's just 2.5 minutes left now. Six to 0 still our score. As the faceoff will take place to the left of Mitch Miles, and the right if you're watching at home. And there's going to be a tripping call, and it looks like
It's going to be on the Jayhawks here, Gabe.
I think it might have been Steven Ciavellis. Rather, it'll be Brandon Fontanetta skating towards the box.
Another Chicago area, Illinois kid for this Kansas Jayhawk hockey team here in Lincoln, Nebraska. A lot of guys from the area grew up playing each other. I know Max PK has made battle and clashed sticks with Alex Adler in their high school days, as Adler played for the Glenbrook North Spartans and PK for BGHW.
So the faceoff is won back over to Brant. Datina winds up from the point, kicked aside by Miles. So it looks like the Cornhuskers are still going to try and add on to the scoreboard. As Datina with a wrister from the point, it looked like it was a pass over to Urbans instead, as they're just going to cycle the puck and chew as much time as they can, but still obviously try to get a goal, just to add salt to the wound. Now Datina with it. He tries to pass it over to Hill. Hill curling around and is taken away by Ciavellis. Ciavellis. So coast down the middle, making a move around. I believe that was Brant. He was trying to make a move around, but there's going to be a call here. And it'll be 4-on-4 for 1:13, and then the Jayhawks will have a chance on the power play to at least break the seal.
Going to be a holding penalty here for Brant, as on the offensive rush opportunity with Ciavellis, he was definitely restraining his body and restraining his arm from making a good hockey play on the puck towards the net. 4-on-4 play, 1:42 left in this game. Gabe, Jayhawks are going to try and do something here and put themselves on the board, make a little noise to end the game.
And it looks like the Huskers end up winning this face-off, as they're just going to hold the puck back behind their own net before making a play. It's then skated down on the left side. I think that's Hiller who has it. Hiller's going to cut to the right before he'll pass it to Bienkowski at the point. Tries a shot, sticked aside there by Miles. Now Walsh will skate it up. Cole Walsh coasting down the right wing. He's able to dodge a hit, but it loses control of the puck. Now Adler had the puck for a little bit, but is quickly taken away by Bienkowski. There's just a minute left in this game as the score is still 6-0. As Adler dumps it in, the Hawks will get a change going. As Pearson will have it. He'll just curl back. He'll send it over to Dusso. And then Dusso will skate it up. Dusso just dumps it in. As Stanchfield comes back behind his own net to leave it for a teammate. I think that was Lutz who played it to the corner, and it's sent up the ice over to Biankowski, but Dusso
Hawks going to be on the power play for the rest of this game here, Gabe.
As the Huskers are just going to dump it down. There's 15 seconds left to go now as Pearson will skate the puck up. It looks like the Jayhawks are going to try and attack one more time if they can get the puck out of the zone. Rather, Pearson's just going to really just chew down the clock, and then Hansen will rag the puck back, and that'll do it as the Cornhuskers are able to hold on to their shutout and split the series with the Jayhawks, and I think they take the regular season series 3-1, unless these teams will play each other in the conference playoffs. But thank you guys for taking the time out of your weekend to listen to us bring you all the action. On behalf of myself, Logan Rosengard, and Jackson Reed, who ran the camera, this has been Jayhawk Hockey live on YouTube.